Well, it's time to review another underrated sequel. So, let's get into it. So, Ghostbusters 2, of course, is the sequel to Ghostbusters, released 5 years after Ghostbusters, and we now see the group disbanded because of the events of the last film. The government came down hard on their asses, including the city, and slapped them with the biggest bill ever, which basically forced the entire organization to shut down, of course. But now, years later, of course, we have a slime attack going on in New York City on New Year's Eve, okay? And a flood of evil spirits is everywhere, causing mayhem and disturbance and stuff like that. And of course, the Ghostbusters have to come out of retirement to save the day. Now, this movie is just as good as the original movie. Maybe not as close to the original movie, but it's just as good as the original movie. I still had some fun watching Ghostbusters 2. I still love all the cast members, even though they're 5 years older. Dan Aykroyd gained a little bit of weight, but that's cool because he lost it again when he did Blues Brothers 2000. So he's able to do stuff like that. So yes, I'm glad to see that he's able to put weight on and lose it whenever he wants to. So that's dedication. Anyway, back on point. I love the cast. Okay, I love that they have everybody come back from the first movie. Of course, can't really be a true sequel if they didn't do that. And I like the little bit of more in-depth they put these characters in this time, you know? It's not just them, oh, we're going to be the Ghostbusters again, we're going to come and save the day and stuff like that. No. They got to fight to get back to that point, okay? It really has to come down to them being in court, which really gets them back in action again, because something goes down there, and the judge or juror basically tells them, you gotta help me. So that's when they get allowed to put the stuff back on and get back to business, basically. Now, Bill Murray's character had a massive change since the first movie. You know, the first movie, he wasn't a saint much. He was kind of a douchebag, but an awesome douchebag, if that makes any sense. And this one, he's kind of put his balls back in. You know, his balls probably went back up instead of dropping. You know what I mean? And I think that was because they wanted to be a little bit more family friendly at the time, because you know they came off the movie, the real Ghostbusters were out by this point, and that was a success. So I think they were trying to appeal more to the kids, which is fine. But don't change too much of the characters, and that's what I hate what they did with Bill Murray's character. They really changed him a little bit. But it is a little bit for the better. I can understand why, but I like the old one better. Of course, the effects and stuff are nice. A little bit of an improvement since it is 5 years down the line. So the effects do look a lot better, and I do love how the ending of the movie is. Because, you know, the ending of the first movie, you had the Marshmallow Man, and in this one, you got a certain monument coming down the street. It's awesome. I loved it, especially with the song going on top of it. It's fucking awesome, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. How you have not watched Ghostbusters 2 yet is beyond me. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it by now, and if you haven't, shame on you, okay? Shame on you for not watching either movie. Okay, or the cartoon series, because I grew up on the cartoon series as well. So I grew up on all the cartoon series of movies. This, Back to the Future, The Mask. Yep, The Mask had a cartoon. Yeah, even the Ghostbusters. So yeah. But at the end of the day, everything about this movie is just solid. The comedy is solid. I love the one-liners. This movie is more quotable than I think the first movie is. I quoted most of the same things, because I've seen Ghostbusters 2 more than I've seen the first movie, so I know almost all the quotes in this movie anyways. So I'm going to give Ghostbusters 2 a B-. Just as good as the first movie. It's just one step away from the first movie. And that change with Bill Murray's character I don't really appreciate. But let me know what you guys think about Ghostbusters 2 down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I'll catch you guys later. Maybe I might do the real Ghostbusters at some point. I don't know. I don't know how long the show lasted. But I'll look it up and do some homework on it. I'm out.